I'm so excited for this, guys. I just came over from Unit A, the adjacent unit to the shop here, and our tenant is finally moved out. We have ourselves a clean slate in there for our expansion here at Murph's Cartown. Now, to catch you up to speed, in case you're living under a rock, our unit right now is both office, storage, and of course the retail shop for Murph's Cartown. However, we're going to be moving in there for our office and storage needs. Therefore, everything here is going to be retail space, cases, shelves, value boxes, supplies, anything and everything you need for your hobby endeavors will be here in Unit B, while everything I need will be in Unit A. Now, I don't think I've done a shop tour here at the new shop. I know I did one at the old shop, so I want to buzz you around really quickly to give you an idea where we currently are here at the process. We are at the very beginning of this expansion, but I want you to kind of realize and see, like, okay, that's where they're starting. Let's see where they finish. So by the time you see the last video in this series, you'll be like, oh wow, they started here and ended here. So let me bring you along. So right now I have the camera in the door itself, and I'll show you what you first see to your left, but right now you can see everything behind me, which is everything you would see when you're walking into the shop from the door that's behind you. Now to the left, which I'll show you in a second, you got a bunch of retail and supplies. This is new right here. This is an island full of value boxes. This side is hockey. The other side, which I'll also show you, is baseball. So here, like I mentioned, is all retail. This used to be all filled with Pokemon, but because of the current landscape of Pokemon, it kind of got wiped out a lot. Baseball, football, basketball, miscellaneous. It's all here, guys. That's all what you see when you first walk in the door. You have some supplies there. And then that showcase right there is our vintage hockey and Card Town armor. All right, so now
This video was brought to you by my loyal patrons through the channel membership program. Pledge today and receive exclusive perks, benefits, early access to videos, and more. Link in the description.
Alright, so now I have the camera positioned where the island that I just showed you of hockey and baseball is literally right to your left, just out of shot. Here on the right side, you can see there's more baseball, but this is all quarter stuff compared to over there being dollar stuff. Here and right next to me is all football, 20 and under slabs, both sports, and Pokemon, TCG. Over here, right here, you can see that there's basketball, all in this island. There's a 20% bin, which is actually off camera, you can't see it. And then on the other side is all our value Pokemon cards. We have the TV behind us. We got a selection of cases. And then over here, this is fairly new, and there's definitely something we want to expand on when we expand, right? This is all cases, sports cases that you can actually buy. The same for literally right behind us. We got Hoops, Prism. We got, what else do we have here? We got Select, we got F1, just a ton of different cases, plus the cases in there, Top Series 2, Signature Class Blasters, Prism Megas, Pulse Baseball. There's just a bunch of stuff in here. But plus there's also Pokemon cards here in the top case. Now what I want to do, let me put the camera back down. What I want to do when we expand is I want to be able to offer nothing but Pokemon in this case. I want to have two cases of Pokemon because there's a case over there that's currently all Pokemon as well. So I want to take all these cases, get it out of the case, right, and be able to display all our sealed cases that's available for sale some better way, maybe on a shelving unit of sorts. But that is definitely the plan. That's a plan right there for all that. Where will it go? Who knows? Honestly, where's anything gonna go? Because a little confused how the new layout's gonna look. And if you guys hear some tick-tacking around, Bogey, come here. Somebody wanted to come to the shop today, so we brought Bogey with us today. So if you hear a lot of tick-tacking in the background, I do apologize. It's my dog, Bogey. Can you say hi? Yeah, he loves coming to the shop because he knows that random people that walk in, customers here, will pet him. And he absolutely, as any dog, wants to be pet. So that's why he likes coming here. All right, so now I have the camera positioned so you can see the other Pokemon case, which is right there. Again, want to be able to offer two full display cases of Pokemon cards. Here we have football, basketball, and then just kind of to the left of the camera, a little off screen, is baseball. You can see a glimpse behind me. Actually, I'll just kind of move the camera now. All of our sealed wax, starting with Pokemon and other TCG, which Pokemon's a little light again because of the landscape right now, which I could talk about the Pokemon market in a whole separate video, which I won't bore you with because that's not the point of today's video. We got football, basketball, we got a ton of baseball, we got a ton of hockey is also growing tremendously. So all of this is here. Again, the camera is the same angle from when you were to walk in. It's just 15 feet behind the camera. I'll literally show you guys. It's just 15 feet behind the camera. So here's the current angle. Literally just doing a 180, and there's the door. That's all I did. I'll bring it back around, another 180. So again, I just want to kind of give you guys a point of reference and a scope of where things are in the shop. That's kind of what we're working with right now. It's a pretty good, simple layout, I think. You got retail all together, you have supplies all together, you got value boxes all together, whether it's from the boxes on the wall or the two islands. You have all your display cases kind of together. You have all your hobby products, your higher end products here. Bunch of packs right here in the front. Got the POS system. But yeah, that's kind of a quick tour. I don't want to kind of hog too much of this video up showing you a tour of the layout right now, but I just want to give you a kind of a point of reference and an idea of what we're working with. Now for the fun part, which I'll bring you guys along. So I'm just going to grab the camera and just go right in the thin slice right now. There we go. We were able to fit. The lighting is going to be terrible because the light's not on just yet. Set the camera up. Let me go get the light. And oh, here we are. So we are now currently in Unit A, which will serve as the storage and office. And I kind of want to bring you guys along just to show you the process of us putting things together, setting everything up, laying everything out, because this is a huge... Bogey's nails are just so loud in this echoey space because it's basically blank canvas. Yeah, there's some shelves here that my tenant left. I bought them off her. She didn't just leave them with me. But yeah, we're gonna use these to put blaster boxes, extra value boxes on, just some extra storage stuff that we're going to be not have room for when we expand. Yes, we will have stuff in the back that we don't have room for out and about when we expand, guys. This is going to be a huge, just in the background. This is going to be a huge expansion for Murph's Car Town, and I'm super excited to bring you guys along. So let me know what you guys want to see with the expansion. Do you want to see an introduction of UFC? Do you want to see an introduction of Magic the Gathering? We've already expanded into hockey, which we've talked about before on the channel, and of course here at the shop. We've expanded and offered more Pokemon cards, vintage hockey. We're offering cases. We're going to be offering more value boxes. But guys, let me know down in the comments what you want to see more of, because I'm very, very excited for this expansion, and I think you guys are as well. I'm super excited to dive into it. I don't know what my first order of business is going to be, but either way, I'm super excited to go. So let's get to work. All right, so the first order of business, we got to get all these shelves level. Not like, you know, that they're not like crooked or anything like that, but I have OCD. I need all the shelves at the same height. For those that are watching, whether it's Pete or Hector, anybody close to me, you guys don't know that I have OCD. Things have to be even, they have to be perfect, they gotta be symmetrical and all that good stuff. So we gotta pop off all of the shelves here, and then we gotta take a rubber mallet, pop off all the shelves, and get them to an equal height. I wasn't exactly sure how the layout was going to look like, you know, in terms of how high apart I want the shelves, each shelf to be. I think internally I've landed on something that I'm excited for. I was originally, I'm gonna actually just bring you guys. Originally I was gonna put like a partition wall, kind of like right here. Literally kind of where the shelf is, there's gonna be a partition wall that kind of goes around, because as you can see, there's some windows, and I kind of want to put a partition wall. Anyone who's been to the shop would know that there's like a partition wall that separates the office and storage to the actual shop floor. So I was gonna kind of get another one of those to kind of have separated here, so in case anybody's like looking through the windows, through the blinds, they can kind of not see what's in the back, and that's gonna be a ton of value boxes, extra hobby boxes, extra blasters and megas and supplies and all that good stuff. So where I don't see myself having the blinds open over here all too often, in all honesty, I'm just gonna replace the blinds, because you know they could be replaced a little dirty, and then just kind of have the shelves kind of just be there. Honestly, I'm not gonna be all too worried about it, but that was something that I was kind of interested in. Plus it'll save me a few $100s actually, because the partition walls are a little expensive. So yeah, we just got to get everything to the same height, and once we get all the shelves to the same height, we can line it up as we want, and then we can get the ball rolling on changing out the lights. Anybody that saw the original moving vlog series where I went from Johnson to here, there was a big, I think it was a nice like montage of me like, taking the light bulbs out, putting new ones in. I'm gonna wait for Hector to get here because it's just so much easier when there's two people. Mrs. Murph was here at times to help me with that. It's just so much easier. Take it out, hand you the old one, give me the new one, boom, plop it in, and just go, 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 instead of having to, plop it out, step down, drop it, grab another one, step back up. So we're gonna wait for Hector to get here, but we gotta get this going first. All right, guys, ignore the humming. The AC is on, staying cool. It's 69 in here, keeping it nice and cool while Hector is doing a lot of the work. But the shelves are done right now. They are done. Didn't want to show that clip of me and Hector doing the shelves because, again, already did it, made a video about it last year. So right now we have the shelves organized, or at least in a row for now. What we're going to do next is we're going to take all the retail blaster boxes, mega boxes, Pokemon boxes and such like that, extra hobbies as well. We're going to bring them in here to line up all across and through each of the shelving units, kind of have a little bit of organization from that element. Don't know exactly what shelf is going to be what in terms of sport, so probably obviously one's going to be football, baseball, one will be basketball. So it's 3 shelves right there. We got 4 to work with. 4th one, hockey, soccer, miscellaneous, UFC, wrestling, whatever it may be. That'll probably end up being the 4th one. What about Pokemon? That's a great question. Well, we do have 4 shelves in the back currently that we'll be bringing in here at some point to line up here as well, and that will be all Pokemon. And then we're going to take those shelves, rearrange the heights of them, kind of like what we did with these shelves, to level them all out so they're nice in unison. And then we'll bring all of our value boxes over and organize those as well. But big project out of the way. We'll eventually get to the lights. We'll fix that. Probably won't show much of that because I already did that. But yeah, we are moving and grooving. I will mention one thing. Pardon our look right now because the case is kind of tilted. The supplies are kind of crooked. So we're doing a lot of work while we're open here at the shop. But there will be a time where we are closed in order to really do a lot of the heavy lifting. Desks, probably the shelves in the back, computer, all that good stuff. So bear with us for now. But for now, we got some work to keep doing.
You want to give it?
You're doing great.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Look at this. What'd you say is driving like through Monaco?
Yes.
Oh, there's the chicane.
Oh God.
Oh,
I'll let him do this.
Give it a kick.
Oh, it's like the...
Let's see, what do we have here? We got 24-25 extended series, so recent set. And then yeah, this is what we're able to do while we're open. And then when the shop does close for like about a week or so, cases will get all moved. That case, which is kind of, like I said, tilted in the way, that's kind of just there. Just so we can do a lot of the lighter lifting. Hector's got the wheel stuck. Oh my God, Hector.
Alright, I'm trying my best. Oh my God, what you did?
I didn't do that. There we go. Right now, we're just kind of using that corner over there as a staging area. Literally, those are all just cases of top loaders right now. Both Ultra Pro and Fanatics top loaders. So what Hector's going to do is just going to kind of dump them off, rinse and repeat till everything's in here, and then we'll be able to kind of organize it as we wish. All right, we are slowly moving in shelf by shelf. This is going to be the football sealed product shelf. Right now we just got some blasters and some megas. This is the pile of pretty much everything that we're working with. There's still some cases over there that have product in them that we haven't sorted through just yet, but these are all the boxes that we had in the back. And then we just kind of put them here so we can bring shelves in slowly that they were on, line them all up going that way, and then put them back up accordingly. Bunch of other stuff over there, cases of top loaders, Pokemon, sports, just a bunch of stuff over there. But yeah, we are in the process right now of bringing shelves in, putting product on shelves, and then rinse and repeat until everything's pretty much up. Well, let's see how much we can get done for today. But so far, we're moving pretty good. And we were able to do the lights too. I didn't get that on camera, like I said, because you've already seen that when we originally expanded here. But yeah, we did a few lights, not all the lights, but we did, 3 lights so far, 4 lights. I just need to get more light bulbs, and then we can finish the lights some other day.
Is it not even?
No, it's supposed to be up.
Oh, what did I do? Sorry.
Wow.
I'll not put this in the time lapse.
Can't get good help.
All right, so we have one more sports shelf left. That's baseball right here. We got Series 2 hobbies right there, other side, Bowman, and then Heritage after that. We're gonna work our way from right to left, work our way down from newest to oldest. And then what I'm hoping for is I'll bring you guys around. It's a little tricky going that way. Is I'm gonna have to get more shelves anyways. I mean, there's already a lot of shelves, guys. But if I plop you right here, sorry for the lighting. Actually, it's not too bad. So this shelf right here is going to serve as like the miscellaneous sports. Miscellaneous sports, such a weird name, but like hockey, soccer, AEW, UFC, whatever else, F1, even NASCAR. It's gonna kind of go on this shelf here. That's gonna be like the boxes. Plus, like, here's extra graded cards for sports. Here's extra miscellaneous, like TCG, Pokemon, graded cards, like in this box down here that I have a little off camera. But my plan is for this shelf is to house all of those like value boxes plus value blaster boxes, retail hobbies of like soccer, hockey as well. So this shelf should get loaded up with a bunch of different things. Meanwhile, I have the main sports over here. Sorry for the hair, guys. I've been sweating all day. Baseball, yeah, you can see it. Baseball, basketball, football. Then we're going to need another one for like Pokemon as well.
The next day.
All right, we need to organize baseball singles by a quarter. Thankfully, we already have piles all the way over there organized by teams that will eventually get their own box, whether that's a 2-row or a 4-row. I have yet to figure that out. I have those organized over there. I also have the ones on the shop floor. I don't want to take those ones out just yet because I want to still be able to offer cards at a quarter for people out on the shop floor. But until I figure out if I want to pull them or not pull them, I'm kind of stuck at a standstill. I could pivot to football, maybe just take all these boxes off of this table and just try to dump a bunch of football cards. Well, not dump, but you guys know what I mean. But, you know, organize a bunch of football cards by team, get that all stacked up, and then just kind of see where to go. I think we have a lot of football cards that will be able to fill at least a 2-row, maybe a 3-row, some teams maybe a 4-row. But I think we're going to kind of just grab all the football cards that we have organized and lay them out on this table as well. Keep it separate and then just see which will be easier to start putting in boxes to then kind of stack to wait till we expand. We already ordered the shelves. Man, those are expensive. We're going to rock with the shelves similar to what you see behind. Actually, literally these exact shelves right here. Not the bigger ones, but this one right here. Unfortunately, I got to buy 2 shelves for every one system I want to put up because if I just rotate you guys this way, perfect. I want to be able to kind of have each shelving unit have like another shelf in between. So therefore, there's 5 shelves here. I want each shelving unit to have 10 shelves. Therefore, I can fit anywhere from like 15 to 30 teams per shelving unit. And then therefore, if I'm able to do that, basketball can have its own shelf. Football, if I can squeeze 32, can have its own shelf. Baseball with 30 can have its own shelf, depending if each team gets a 2-row, 3-row, or 4-row. I want every team to have something the exact same. Whether that's all baseball has 4, all of football has 2 rows, whatever it is, I want every sport, or each sport I should say, to have its own. I don't want like, hey, the Yankees have a 4-row, but the Dodgers have a 2-row, and the Marlins have a 1-row, and the Tigers have a 3-row. Like, I don't want that. I want every team to have a 2-row, 3-row, or 4-row, probably 2 or 4, just to keep it nice in unison. But that can change per league, guys. It doesn't have to stick for all the sports. Baseball can just have 4, football can just have 2. So a lot of micromanaging, organization, OCDing kind of going on here. I don't know how much weight these folding tables can hold. 4 rows, a couple 5 rows, they add up with weight pretty quickly. I'm hoping to get another stack here. The last thing I need is the table to completely crash and fall out. So maybe I should just kind of organize it from here. Here's what I'm talking about. We got Patriots here. We got miscellaneous. We'll figure that out later. Cincinnati's here. Vegas. What is this? This is Baltimore. So they're already organized here. We just got to kind of put them out on the table, spread them out, and organize them in just big stacks. Take these boxes, organize them by team,
take the organization by team, put it on the table, and then put them in their own respective bins, because as you can see, it's multiple teams per one box. We want to try to cut all that out and add every team having its own box. I was going through football and I found baseball. So this kind of got mixed up a little bit, but that's okay. We'll just add it to the baseball stack. So here's what we have. Sorry for talking. You guys can't see me. I'm right here. I just have the camera pointing down. But miscellaneous here, some college cards, some 2 players on 1 kind of cards. Let's see, we got Randy White and Craig Morton on a card, college card. We got American Bowl and Berlin on a card. So these are probably going to end up being in like the dime box, so to speak. We'll kind of figure that out as we progress a little bit. But those are kind of what you can expect out of the dime box when we eventually build it back up. Because we had one and then we kind of disassembled it and we're slowly building it back up. The fun part about doing this here in the other room, the warehouse, Unit A, is I can kind of hear my door chime go off. I'm getting a new one, guys, so I hear it a little bit better. But not being able to fully hear it while I'm over here, I just kind of have to either keep looking to see if anyone's there or just completely stop what I'm doing to go over there to check. It's a little annoying because I don't want to be in here doing my own thing, right? And someone's over there for like a couple minutes or two. Just leaves things very vulnerable, plus it's bad customer service on my end. I ordered a new door chime. Hopefully that's in soon so I can hook that up and it'll go beep, 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 so I really hear when people are here. I just had a massive breakthrough, guys. So, grab a 2-row box. So, I've come to the realization that having each of the teams, regardless of sport, being in a 4-row box is gonna be a little bit too much. Just because that's 3,200 cards. That's a lot of cards for just one team, let alone you having a whole sport full of cards. So a 2-row box holds about 1,600 cards, unsleeved, untopload, all that good stuff. And I was sizing it up, kind of putting it, like this, so the cards can kind of stack in. And the tallest stack I have is almost halfway, if not halfway. So I'm like, okay, 2-row is definitely the way to go because with what I have left to take out and put on the table and what I have coming in, it's not going to be enough to surpass a 2-row box. So we made the decision to go with the 2-row box. That's the first point. Second point is one of the shelves down there, that last shelf, has a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. Extra 20% bin stuff, F1 cards, Transformer cards, just a bunch of random odds and ends, right? But it has the lid it has it underneath and stacked up about 5 boxes fit. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, if we squeeze all this together, there could be room for a 6th box. So that's exactly what I did. In the name of science, I made 6 boxes, right? Let me turn the camera a little bit. In the name of science, made 6 boxes. Without the lid, I stacked them up top here. It fits. Guys, 7 boxes fit. I had to grab an extra box from right here. I took the lid off. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes. Only problem, I don't think it's that big of a problem. The only possible problem is when you kind of grab them, I'm hoping the weight of the cards will kind of keep them down. And it's just, I don't want it to be too tight for people to put boxes back in or grab them and they stick together so one other box kind of slides up a little bit. So that's a possible problem. My camera's about to die. Brand new day here. We are still ramping up, still going through a ton of cards. Baseball we haven't touched today. Football, we were able to really digest our stacks into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15 total boxes. I'm kicking a blaster box. A few teams still don't have a box, which we did order more from the distributor. So once they get here, hopefully Monday, as I'm sitting here recording this on Friday, hopefully Monday or maybe Tuesday, we can make all the boxes to put all the teams in there, and then we'll really be able to kind of see what it all is going to look like. Now, the shelves here I mentioned earlier for all of the value boxes that we're going to be making, they should be arriving here shortly. I mentioned how I have to buy 2 shelves in order to make 1, so I ordered 10. Then we came over here, kind of backtrack a little bit.
We started doing some of the hockey product that's gonna go on this shelf here, and then it'll be like other stuff. I don't know exactly what, you know, F1, AEW, stuff like that. Pretty much everything else, soccer too, that's on the floor right now. But yeah, we also ran into a roadblock as well. My left arm was tired from holding the camera, so I'm gonna hold it this way. I wanted to put this shelf here. Now this was the shelf that is just slightly different than the rest, but I still had bought it anyway, so we're gonna use it. I was gonna put it here in front of the door here to just kind of cover that space, and also to use the shelf because it's big, it's strong and sturdy, just to throw cases of top loaders onto it. It'd be a great way to store, I don't know, we have I'm just trying to think, 20 cases of top loaders of regular size, not including probably another 10 or so cases of like bigger size, you know, 55 point, 130 point size top loaders. But my problem is the cases of top loaders are just going to kind of get put here and pushed to the back. And I just don't want it to damage the wall. I don't want it to make marks on the wall. So I came to the conclusion that this shelf here, serving that purpose that I want it to serve, is going to have to, there we go, is going to have to be kind of open somehow, where you can access it from both the front and the back. Literally, the shelf that the camera is being supported on right now is doing exactly that. So I'll even just show you guys for reference. You see how this is the basketball value box shelf, how you can access it from, this is the back side, over there's the front side technically. That's what I'm going to want to have done for, for the top loader case shelf. Got to find a space in here where I'm able to do that, and it just makes sense in terms of flow and such like that, because I don't want to just throw it somewhere just to throw it somewhere, right? So we got to make it make sense. Then, great little area over here that I've been kind of putting together is a little workplace to put cards up on eBay. Now, I don't do a lot on eBay, but I do have, I don't know, 200 or so cards on there. Hector, he does a great job posting all the cards, and then I'll do all the shipping. So I kind of want this to be a one-stop shop for at least all the posting and card storage. So nice table here for Hector to roll out the mat or use the light box that we just got. Got a cool light box here to just make the photos look a little bit better. And then we have a nice shelf here to store all the boxes. I definitely want to try to find a better organizational system for the boxes, alphabetize the players, organize it by slabs and ungraded cards. So we got a bunch of different, ooh, camera really, the camera really dropped there for a second. Sorry guys, there we go, hopefully that works. So we really have a lot going on right now. We're still trying to just organize everything, and it's hard to kind of get everything done because we don't have everything. We don't have the shelves, we don't have the boxes, we don't have a place to put the top loader case. So we're just kind of going with the punches. We're going with the flow. Oh, plus my camera battery died yesterday, so I wasn't able to kind of record a little bit what I was doing yesterday and today as I was waiting for it to charge. But you know what? It's not going to happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in one day, so we're just going to kind of keep going with it. Honestly, we just have hockey boxes to kind of organize, or I should say the remainder of the sports, blasters and megas to kind of organize. So let's get doing that then. Side note, I literally just finished making that clip. I don't know where I put my cheat sheet of like the release dates for all these products. So when I took them from the back of the unit B, the other unit, I wrote down all the release days so I can kind of keep track of it. So when I go to put them in, I know like, all right, well, Donruss came out before Topps Chrome. Topps Chrome came out before Revolution. Select Basketball is the newest that I currently have here at the shop. For hockey, I had it, and I knew that I needed 23-24 Extended Series first. Then I started to get organizing and moving and such like that, and now I can't find my cheat sheet that explains it. I mean, I guess I could just kind of look on the shop floor because I have the blasters available for sale also in order of release date as well. But that's a lot of back and forth. But another roadblock. Found it, guys. It was hiding behind the SP blasters. I literally moved them around a little bit. I guess it must have just got caught and slid with it. But yeah, now I don't have to run back and forth. But the exercise wasn't too bad, so good to have the list back. So I oddly get asked this question a lot. It's a fair question to ask. Ooh, found a hockey blaster. It's a fair question to ask, and that's, Murph, how do you not just sit here one day and just rip it all? Open all the boxes. It's called self-control. Plus, I have this philosophy and mindset, and it's a pretty good one to have. You buy it once, can't buy it twice, right? So I buy it once in order to be able to offer it here at the shop for other collectors to buy. What I mean by buying it twice is if I take this box and open it myself, that's in theory a lost sale from someone else not being able to buy the product. So additionally, in theory, I'm buying it myself, which technically would make me buying it a second time, once from the distributor or wholesaler, and then the second time when I go to open the box. Now, of course, we can always say, well, Murph, you could get great cards out of there or sell the singles out of there, and that is true. That's a risk, that's a gamble. Just like with other collectors, or any collectors for that matter, opening products. It's a risk, it's a gamble. Now for me, I'll open here and there, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna take high-end boxes or newly released boxes and open them myself because that's just not what I'm into. I'm a collector at the end of the day. I wanna have fun in this hobby. I preach opening retail or just opening boxes in general should be fun, and you should expect to lose half your money. And I gotta be able to practice what I preach. So whenever I do decide to open, whatever it may be, F1, baseball, football, basketball, Pokemon, whatever it may be, right? I gotta be able to have the mindset of having fun, not having the mindset of, oh, I gotta open this card so I can go sell the card here at the shop. It's just a terrible mindset to have. But I do respect the question because a lot of people ask it, and I know a lot of people, if they were in my position, would just shred it all to an oblivion. Self-control, fellas. Trying to figure out which one looks better, whether to have 2 rows of 4 or just have 1 full row of 8. The shelf can fit 8 boxes, but I just don't want it to kind of get a little awkward with the Sky Metal right here only having 5 boxes. I think the 1 row, I think that's fine. Completely ignore what I said because I just found 4 more boxes of Allure. Allure AEW for that matter. I literally have the camera propped up on, I don't know, a dozen top-loaded cards just to help elevate, and the brightness is incredible with it being elevated like that. Wow. Figured I'd bring you guys in here just to kind of show you the kind of work that this takes. Now, it's not excruciating work at the end of the day. It's tedious, honestly. You know, you gotta bend over, stand up, you know, sometimes you have to lay down if you have to reach something. You have to be on your knees. And then I think at the end of the day, probably the toughest thing for me is just finding the system that works the best. I want things to look good. I want things to make sense. I want things to be easy. I want the flow process to be extremely simple. And I think that whatever systems and whatever layout I do land on to start probably won't be the end of the world. And I'm sure things will change here and there throughout the time that this warehouse exists, so to speak. I do notice one problem though, and I'm gonna hate losing that lighting, because that lighting was awesome. So one problem that I've run into extremely quickly: where is the Pokemon product going? The shelf that this camera's on right now is baseball, basketball, football. Already showed you guys that. Obviously we have shelves running down here. We were just in the, I'm gonna call it miscellaneous, but that's not the term. Now I could still use this shelf here and just kind of bump all of that down. Again, talking about in the last clip, just finding processes and layouts and systems and such like that and being open to change. I literally just did that. You guys saw me doing the clip before. Might have to take it all out to put it all, on a shelf lower or two. So that would allow me to put Pokemon maybe on this shelf, on these 2 shelves here, this shelf up there. I got the boxes up there, all the miscellaneous stuff. So it's not easy. It's just time consuming. It's tedious. Again, just trying to figure things out and landing on a. Ooh, I found a random O-Pee-Chee blaster. So I got these. Was it 7 shelves? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 7 shelves here. Not including the other one that's a little different than the rest. Again, that's gonna be great for the top loaders. So that one's gonna be completely excluded. Now I do have the shelves coming in that I mentioned a few clips ago that I could also use, but I'm trying to save those for the value boxes. Might just have to sacrifice one of them to use back here for storage purposes, and I'm completely okay with that. but I would like to not have to do that if I can avoid it. So I'll probably move those boxes up at the top. I don't know, that's such a good spot though for them. See, the thing with the top is you can go, I don't want to say infinitely as high, because you can only go as high as the ceiling. That's how I was able to kind of use storage back over Unit B, let's call it, the shop retail space. But you can only go as high as the ceiling, so you are capped out to a degree, whereas on the other shelves, the first 4 shelves, you are capped based off of obviously the sides, the bars here, so you can only go left and right and front and back so far, but you can only go as high as the shelf above it. So there are some restrictions and limitations. I'm not going to have those boxes stacked up all the way too high, but it is nice that they're kind of out of the way a little bit being up there. Plus easily, I can see them, easy to grab right here. Not that that'd be a pain in the butt down there either. Again, figuring out processes, figuring out systems, what makes sense, what works, what doesn't. Because we do have some Pokemon stuff. The shelves of the shop floor are barren of Pokemon stuff. Admittedly, I have been kind of withholding some of the Pokemon stuff. So when we do expand and have a soft, grand reopening, I don't know how I'm going to term it just yet, we'll be able to have Pokemon product for people on the shop floor, even if it's less than what it currently is. Like, for example, the Prismatic Super Premium Collection box. Like, when I first got, well, I don't want to say first, but when I got a restock of these were like $2.50 a box. Now, you could probably still find them for $2.50 a box at some overpriced sites and shops. But I was selling these, I sold 2 of them out of the case of 4 that I got for $200. So I want to be able to, hey, a month or 2 later after this released, we still have them here at Murph's Card Town. Enjoy this grand, soft reopening, whatever it may be. So decisions will have to be made, hard decisions, tough decisions. So as I went over to grab this Super Prismatic Collection, literally from the last clip, I was like, wait a second. There's extended series 2024, 25 extended series blasters. So now we gotta go and put them here. I gotta look at the release dates. I think the hobbies came out first. Almost positive, but I'm gonna go look it up to make sure, because again, I like to make sure that this stuff's in order, similar to out on the shop floor. But just to kind of allude to withholding some of the Pokemon product, there's some boxes here, boxes there. Yeah, there's stuff that needs to get gone through. I hate spending time on the same topic, but I do want to kind of mention that we have landed on the system. At least I did. Just top of the screen here, these boxes will go down probably to the bottom, unfortunately. Everything will get pushed down too. So therefore, boxes will be on the bottom, which is out of frame. This stuff here will go down to the one more shelf, which is out of frame. All this hockey stuff will go down here, and that'll reserve all this for Pokemon. Hopefully there's a day where Pokemon needs its own shelf completely, just because having Pokemon product is a struggle right now, or I should say at least being able to keep up with it, just because the demand is just through the roof right now. Almost everybody wants Pokemon, and that's fantastic. Again, kind of what I mentioned with the whole, the top shelf and the ceiling gives you a little bit of extra flexibility there. You might be able to have like a case hang off the side, right over there, whereas you can't really do that within here. So that's gonna be the plan. Just gonna bump everything down, pretty much just one, and then these boxes up at the top are gonna go all the way down to the bottom, which does kind of suck. Beautiful. Got the boxes down there. Star Wars blasters right there as well. F1, Skybox Metal, Allure AEW, and some soccer down there as well. This is all hockey. There's a little bit of room for both hockey and everything else to kind of expand a little bit when more inventory comes in. And we're going to load up this whole top shelf. I'm sorry, the top 2 shelves of Pokemon stuff. We do have some stuff over here that we need to get organizing, so let's get at it. Just when I thought I was done with soccer, that shelf right there, I find 4 mega boxes of Select Premier League, and just when I thought I had finished basketball, which was a few days ago now, I find these Topps G League cards. So now we gotta pump the brakes, pause everything, put this stuff away. Actually, I don't know which came out first, whether it was G League here, Select, Revolution, or Chrome. So let's go figure that out.
A few moments later.
I literally just paused the last recording. I actually was gonna go have lunch. I was eating lunch. FedEx showed up. We got 9 of our 10 racks. I've been getting 2 different updates, like series of updates, so I'm presuming that the last one, the 10th one's gonna come on its own. But we do got 9 of them here, so that's good. We're good there. I'm still gonna finish lunch, then I'm going to finish the basketball thing, and then we'll get on to figuring out what the hell to do with these.
A few moments later.
I'm trying not to be, but in reality, I'm all over the place right now. So on top of all of those shelves that we just got, FedEx also brought us a nice fresh case of Topps Chrome UFC. So what we're gonna need to do is price out 6 of them, because that's kind of what those shelves hold, is 6 blasters. And then we're gonna put the rest of them in the back with all the other blasters. So yeah. I guess it's good to see both ends of it, both the retail side of it, and then obviously the behind the scenes stuff. Oh, I know this isn't really part of the video, but you see $29.99. We're gonna price these out at MSRP because that's what we like to do here at Murph's Card Town, if we are able to. Sometimes distributors will get a restock in and it's like at MSRP because the market's like double MSRP. So therefore, you know, our prices have to reflect that as well. For newly released stuff that we get direct for release day or, you know, soon before or soon after, we're pretty spot on when it comes to our prices. I remember one time some guy called me out because I made like a video, I think it was a short on YouTube, maybe, way back when, maybe it was a reel on Instagram. And I was like, hey, look at all my boxes here. We have them all at MSRP. I grabbed a random one. Hey, here's the MSRP price. Looked it up on like Walmart, Target, and it was like over. And some snarky guy commented, all right, guy, take those tags off. Let's see the real price. It's like, you really think we're gonna take the time just to clickbait you guys or to rage bait you guys into having something retail when it's really not? Like, I have better things to do with my time than that. But let's get these stocked up. Either way, let's get these stocked up. So we're gonna slide the soccer over, keep that together. I know they're completely different, but AEW, wrestling, UFC, they're both fighting sports. On some distributors' websites, they consider them both, or they filter them both the same as fighting. You know, they got hockey, baseball, basketball, racing, so F1 and NASCAR will be in the same thing. CCG, so Pokemon will be in the same thing as like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! And then you got fighting together. Let's make that look nice and good. Can fit a couple more there, but we'll worry about that another time. Beautiful, right in the middle, looks great. Bring the rest of the case on over. Move the basketball aside. And just like you've seen me do countless times in this video, organize these boxes. You know, again, things are gonna change, and have they ever? I think I have room for 2 of those actually, so I'm gonna take those 2 out. Actually, I should probably, let me bring you guys down, show you what I'm working with here. So because we have 34 boxes to load up, it doesn't have to be exactly perfect. I actually might push the soccer back over. I'll probably have to stack the AEW and the both AEWs actually, because we got 34 boxes here. That's gonna take up probably close to 3 rows. Let's see, each row is 8, 16. If I have 2 rows, both of them are stacked. So, and I still want to leave room for some newer stuff. So let's just do it that way. So this is the problem that I hate. I'm kind of out of shot, but that's okay. Is like some of these boxes will lean forwards. So to show you guys a little better, if it's stacked like this and it's supposed to be kind of up and down, because of the plastic or the shape of the boxes, it'll tend to like lean forward or lean backwards, or sometimes, you know, one box will be one way and one box will be the other way. And that's exactly what I'm experiencing with the AEW, just the regular AEW right there. So that's annoying at the very least. So you guys can see what I'm talking about here. How it looks like they're all predominantly shifting forward a little bit. So this is something that I'm gonna probably have to drop to its own shelf, just so there's 2 rows by itself. I'll smush over the soccer, and then the UFC will go right there. And the crazy thing is, it's not one company that does it more often than not. They are all prone to it. It's literally just how the box is shaped or how the wrapper is wrapped. Panini had a really bad one. What was it? Prospect Edition. That was all over the place. And then we got Topps here with a good one as well. This one, the AEW is Upper Decks, which is, it's pretty sealed tight. It's just, it's just, you know, it's sealed tight. It's just a little loose there. So it just kind of, you know, makes things a little bit more complicated when trying to stack them. It's a problem that we're easily able to solve. Just put those 2 boxes there on the side. I'm sure that this UFC chrome will go pretty quick. UFC Topps chrome, sorry. I'm sure it'll go pretty quick that those 2 boxes will have to get yanked out of here to, you know, have his inventory out on the floor. All right, the verdict has been found in terms of organizing these massive boxes. So the Revolution came out on the 13th of June. Wow, the lighting sucks over here. The G League boxes came out on the 19th of June, and the Select Blasters came out on the 20th. So we got to sandwich these in between the Revolution and the Select Blasters. So we had to go 3 high here because, what do we get, 16 boxes? No, we get 20 boxes. 20 boxes. In that case, bring you guys over a little bit closer. We had to go 3 high here. I thought about pushing this stuff down a little bit more, making that nice and tight to be able to fit 2 rows, but it wasn't gonna work based on that. I thought about having the Revolution go too high or the Select go too high, but you know, the G League boxes, that probably will sit for a long time, just based off of the market that we're in, at least here in Rhode Island. Looks good like that. It's not tipping over, it's not flopping over any certain way like we talked about with the boxes in the previous clip. So we're just gonna slide this over. Oh, drop a Donruss Mega and square everything up to the best that we can, and voila. Crap, where do I put these now? Oh my god. Dude, do I put it with the Star Wars stuff? Do I put it on its own? I don't want to put it like on the back, because I like to put things in the back so, you know, I can kind of see everything. I'm just gonna, for now, I'm going to have it right there, just to get it off the floor, because I don't know where the heck to put it right now, as I'm trying to lock this camera in. My goodness. All right, anyways, let's get back to what we were trying to start with, the Pokemon stuff. I don't want to just start throwing stuff up here because there's stuff that I am going to put out for sale, and I want to kind of separate that. And I think the best way to separate that is just probably put it on a shelf. I went to a friend shop of mine, Tim, check him out, Sports Card Station. I was able to pick this up off of him in a, did we trade? No, I bought this off him. So that's going to go out when we reopen. We got a Terrapagos UPC. These things sat forever. And then when people realize, oh wow, there's 18 packs in there of sets that I'm actually looking for 120 bucks, that we had these forever, that became a great deal, especially when these packs are becoming $5. I'm sorry, not 5, but they were 5. When they're $7, $8, $9, $10, $11 a pack some places. We got the Cynthia's Garchomp, I think, already out there, so we'll just kind of have 2 of them up there because put as many as we can. I've had these things forever. Lucario V-Star, I had cases upon cases of these. I've cracked these out so many times. I sell them by the pack because for some reason, nobody wanted to pay $40. You can see the old school sticker right here. $40 a pack for the box. We got Brilliant Stars, Fusion Strike, Chilling Rain, Brilliant Stars here, and it looks like it might be 2 more Fusion Strikes in the back. Now some of these, this one doesn't. Let's see, does this one have it? Some of them have had, and this is the reason why I've cracked them out, Evolving Skies packs. And look, you can see the $40 tag way better on this one. I'm gonna make this a post. I really will. I'll be like, wow, remember when these were $40 and nobody wanted them? And now they're, I don't even know how much these are specifically, but the packs themselves are, all those packs are anywhere between $10 and $15 plus. Fusion Strike booster boxes alone are like, I think $700, $800 now. Chilling Rain is way up there. Brilliant Stars, I think $500 itself. I don't know what to do with these ones. I'm kind of like sitting on them. I might, you know, I'll put one out. Which one should I put out? I'll put out the one with the more faint tag. That'll be easier to figure out. So yeah, something like this that I plan on keeping in the back, I'm just gonna put up here on this top shelf for now, and then once I figure out what I'm gonna have on the shelves back here and what I've separated that's gonna go on the shelf out there, then we can really kind of micromanage this. Obviously leave some room for new product. Guys, I do apologize. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I've withheld stuff from you guys, specifically the singles. Have I mentioned about the products? recording these, you know, kind of videos multiple days, you know, I kind of get a little lost with what I've said and what I haven't said. But I've had to do it so I can keep product, or at least be able to have product for when I have this special grand reopening, which I want to be super special for not only myself, but you guys as well. So I've had to unfortunately hold product. Oh, I did mention that because I was like, oh, this, I pointed to it. Oh, the premium collection was like, oh, 250, but I was selling it for 200 and it's only going down, but I decided to keep it even though it's going down instead of selling it for whatever the top market value. The same thing with these. I don't know what they're going for. They were going for, I think, like 50 or 60, probably a little bit less now, but to be able to re-offer them come the grand release, or grand soft reopening, whatever I'm gonna call it, is gonna be nice. And then of course have some in the back too, because I do like to have a little bit of back stock. Who doesn't, right? X-Men, Topps finest. Now I could just take all these boxes and just throw them out on the shelves and just have a massive stack of hobby boxes. That just doesn't look good. A lot of people don't like massive stacks of boxes. Why? I don't know. I think it's like a psychological thing. It's like, oh, you got like, what, 14 of them? Oh, I'll come back and get some 2 weeks from now. It'll still be there. But if there's like, and this is a true psychological thing, if there's only one left, the chances of you buying something that there's only one left are significantly higher because you have fear of missing out. Maybe not you specifically, but the brain thinks of FOMO. It's a real thing. If I don't grab that one box now, it might be gone. Now listen, I don't deliberately put just one box out to take advantage of people. If you guys know me, I don't do that. I'm gonna put out, I don't know, half a case or so, just so it looks nice, that there's a little bit of fluff. If somebody wants to buy 1, 2, or 3, open a box. All right, I didn't get what I wanted, let me open another box. They have that ability to do so. But yeah, fear of missing out's a real thing. I just don't know where to put these X-Men boxes. Here. Probably on the bottom shelf next to the Star Wars stuff. That's the only thing I can think of. All right, last time I'll mention this because hindsight's always 2020. People may not want to buy something and the price drops and it was the right decision. Sometimes 151 retail products, well, I guess it was all retail technically. You know, that was, you know, prime example. You know, people couldn't give those away for $80, $90 to UPCs, and now they're going for 200, 300, 400. I don't know if it's at 4, but it's definitely in the hundreds, right? Here's another wonderful product here. This is the Combined Powers Premium Collection. I think retail on this was $50 or $55 because you get 11 packs inside. I want to say it was 55 because, or maybe 60, no, 60, because you get 11 packs inside, which would be $5 a pack, theoretically. And you get all the promos and stuff, which you get 7 foil cards, an oversized card, which they kind of call it $5. Then you get the 11 packs, 11 times 5. It's kind of like the industry standard, or was the industry standard. But I had this one time as low as, will it focus? As low as $40, it did focus. Focus, as low as $40 one time. People didn't want to buy it. I did the math. That's like $3.6 a pack. For, let's see, Paradox Rift. I know Obsidian Flames is in here. I'm pretty sure Temporal Force is in here. I'm sure Scarlet and Violet Base is in here as well. Just some earlier Scarlet and Violet sets that people didn't want at the time, but now it's sets that people are chasing. Hindsight is 2020, and this time it bit collectors in the butt. All right, let's put the camera down. I feel like we've been in this lane right here, this corridor here of the warehouse, pretty much all video. So I'm definitely going to chop it here. I think the previous clips along with today's clips are going to make a perfect long video for you guys to hopefully enjoy. There's definitely going to be multiple videos here because we are far from done. Sounds tedious, but we got to break down boxes. We got to build those shelves that we got earlier in the video. We still got to organize those cards, build those 2-row boxes to put the cards in them. So there's still a ton of work to do, and there's going to be more and more videos ahead. We still have sealed cases of top loaders to put on shelves. We got sealed cases of sports products that we need to probably put on these shelves here, probably like on the bottom. So there, again, tons of stuff to do, and I really hope you guys are going to tag along throughout the process. How many videos? I have no idea, but I definitely want to bring some really good content here on the channel for you guys as we expand Murph's Card Town. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Please make sure you smash the thumbs up button, comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel if you're new or haven't considered subscribing. I would definitely appreciate the love and support. Check out the channel membership program too, guys, because you'll be able to see this video and all of our videos here on the channel early before the public get to see them. So I would definitely appreciate you also checking the channel membership program out. But like I said, that'll do it for this video, guys. I've queued up an excellent video right there for you that I do believe will be excellent for your hobby endeavors. Hopefully, I'll see you in that one. Bye.